Sales comparison approach questions. Question 1. Which choice best matches the description evaluation method converting expected income into an indication of value? Option A, gross rent multiplier. Option B, adjustment. Option C, income capitalization approach. Option D, functional obsolescence. The correct answer is option C, income capitalization approach. The analysis focuses on the property's ability to produce future benefits. This method is commonly applied to investment property. Net operating income and an appropriate capitalization rate are central to direct capitalization. Question 2. During review of a subdivision lot in Silver Spring, the parties discuss a valuation method combining land value with the depreciated cost of improvements. Which term applies? Option A, income capitalization approach. Option B, gross rent multiplier. Option C, regression. Option D, cost approach. The correct answer is option D, cost approach. The method is useful for newer or special purpose improvements with limited sales data. The analyst estimates replacement or reproduction cost and subtracts accrued depreciation. Land is valued separately because it is not depreciated in the same manner as buildings. Question 3. An exam scenario presents a valuation method comparing the subject with recently sold similar properties. Which answer is most accurate? Option A, sales comparison approach. Option B, substitution. Option C, conformity. Option D, regression. The correct answer is option A, sales comparison approach. The adjusted evidence indicates how the market values the subject. This method is especially useful when many similar properties have sold. Comparable sales are adjusted for meaningful differences in features, location, condition, and transaction terms. Stressed about your Maryland real estate? We can take Maryland real estate for you remotely and undetected. We always guarantee a pass and payments only after results. To send us an email, scan the code or tap the link in the description and let's get it done. Question 4. A licensee preparing for a buyer consultation must recognize effective gross income minus operating expenses before debt service and income taxes. Which concept does this describe? Option A, appraisal. Option B, net operating income. Option C, effective gross income. Option D, regression. The correct answer is option B, net operating income. The result is used in income capitalization and investment analysis. Mortgage payments and depreciation deductions are not treated as operating expenses in the calculation. This measure reflects property operations rather than the owner's financing choices. Question 5. Which answer correctly classifies a situation involving an independent supported opinion of value developed through a recognized valuation process? Option A, income capitalization approach. Option B, sales comparison approach. Option C, appraisal. Option D, substitution. The correct answer is option C, appraisal. The assignment requires identification of the property rights, intended use, effective date, and relevant market data. The report should explain the reasoning and evidence supporting the conclusion. Licensing and professional standards govern who may provide regulated the formal valuation services. Question 6. At a contract revision in Columbia, Yasmin explains the actual amount paid in a specific transaction. Which real estate principle is involved? Option A, reproduction cost. Option B, substitution. Option C, adjustment. Option D, market price. The correct answer is option D, market price. It can differ from a supported value opinion because of motivation, financing, or unusual circumstances. The figure records what one buyer and one seller agreed upon. One sale should be interpreted in the context of the wider market. Question 7. A transaction file for a duplex raises an issue involving a factor derived from comparable sales by dividing sale price by gross rent. Which answer best resolves the classification? Option A, gross rent multiplier. Option B, progression. Option C, appraisal. Option D, potential gross income. The correct answer is option A, gross rent multiplier. The multiplier provides a quick value indication when properties have similar expense relationships. Consistency in the rent period is essential when applying the factor. It uses gross income and does not directly account for individual operating expenses. Question 8. Which concept should an investor apply to facts involving the relationship between net operating income and value expressed as a percentage? Option A, sales comparison approach. Option B, capitalization rate. Option C, potential gross income. Option D, gross rent multiplier. The correct answer is option B, capitalization rate. The rate should reflect market expectations for comparable investments. Dividing stabilized net operating income by this rate produces a direct capitalization value estimate. Higher perceived risk commonly corresponds with a higher required rate and a lower value, all else equal. Are you looking for Maryland real estate actual questions? Visit our website pokerexams.com to access Maryland Real Estate Study Guide with actual questions and answers. Scan the QR code or click the link in the description to get Maryland Real Estate Answer Key today. Question 9. Priya is studying a rule concerning potential gross income adjusted for vacancy and collection loss plus other property income. Which term should be chosen? Option A, contribution. Option B, adjustment. Option C, effective gross income. Option D, gross rent multiplier. The correct answer is option C, effective gross income. It recognizes that not every unit will remain occupied and every charge will be collected. Operating expenses are deducted afterward to determine property minus level income. The figure estimates revenue reasonably expected from normal operations. Question 10. When a vacant parcel transaction involves a dollar or percentage change made to a comparable to reflect a difference from the subject, which answer identifies the controlling concept? Option A, replacement cost. Option B, potential gross income. Option C, sales comparison approach. Option D, adjustment. The correct answer is option D, adjustment. The process seeks to make each sale indication more comparable to the property being valued. If the comparable is superior, the comparison change is generally downward, while an inferior comparable is adjusted upward. The comparable is adjusted, not the subject property. Question 11. A practice question describes the current cost to construct a building with equivalent utility using modern materials and standards. Which response is best? Option A, replacement cost. Option B, sales comparison approach. Option C, adjustment. Option D, conformity. The correct answer is option A, replacement cost. The estimate does not require an exact duplicate of the existing structure. It is often more practical than reproducing outdated design or craftsmanship. Depreciation is subtracted when the method is used to value an existing improvement. Question 12. During a title examination, which principle is illustrated by the amount a property feature adds to or subtracts from overall value? Option A, conformity. Option B, contribution. Option C, physical deterioration. Option D, market price. The correct answer is option B, contribution. Buyer preferences and local market expectations determine the feature's market impact. The cost of an improvement does not necessarily equal its market impact. This principle guides adjustment analysis and renovation decisions. Question 13. Which answer states the concept associated with the total loss in value from all causes affecting an improvement? Option A, highest and best use. Option B, progression. Option C, accrued depreciation. Option D, external obsolescence. The correct answer is option C, accrued depreciation. The amount includes physical deterioration, functional problems, and external influences. The analysis concerns value loss rather than accounting depreciation for tax reporting. It is deducted from cost new in the cost approach. Question 14. A associate broker handling a retail suite in Cambridge must identify the legally permissible, physically possible, financially feasible use that produces maximum value. Which choice is correct? Option A, capitalization rate. Option B, reproduction cost. Option C, replacement cost. Option D, highest and best use. The correct answer is option D, highest and best use. Land is considered as vacant and the improved property is also considered as currently developed. The analysis tests potential uses in a logical sequence. The conclusion may differ from the property's current use when another use is reasonably probable. Question 15. During a property minus management audit for a historic residence in Salisbury, Amina needs to identify the rule described as the total income a property could produce at full occupancy and stated rent levels. Which answer applies? Option A, potential gross income. Option B, regression. Option C, highest and best use. Option D, adjustment. The correct answer is option A, potential gross income. Vacancy and collection losses must be deducted to reach a more realistic revenue measure. Other recurring property income may then be added. This amount assumes every rentable space is occupied and all scheduled rent is collected. Question 16. A seller is reviewing a mixed minus use property in Easton. Which term describes loss in value caused by wear, damage, age, or deferred maintenance? Option A, income capitalization approach. Option B, physical deterioration. Option C, accrued depreciation. Option D, regression. The correct answer is option B, physical deterioration. It is distinct from design problems and outside economic influences. Structural wear and short-lived component failure are common examples. The condition may be curable when repair cost is economically justified. Question 17. At a settlement preparation, a Maryland exam candidate encounters the following description: the principle that a buyer will not pay more for a property than the cost of an equally desirable alternative. Which concept is being tested? Option A, functional obsolescence. Option B, regression. Option C, substitution. Option D, highest and best use. The correct answer is option C, substitution. Comparable opportunities place an upper limit on rational pricing. The principle supports all three major valuation approaches. Adequate time and informed decision-making are assumed. Question 18. Rena is assisting with a small apartment building transaction in Laurel. Which principle applies when the facts involve an increase in a lesser property's value due to the influence of superior neighboring properties? Option A, market price. Option B, net operating income. Option C, market value. Option D, progression. The correct answer is option D, progression. The benefit reflects surrounding quality rather than a physical change to the subject. Market perception can raise the value of a modest home located among more expensive homes. The opposite influence is commonly described when an expensive property is surrounded by inferior properties.
Stressed about your FCLE? We can take FCLE for you remotely and undetected. We always guarantee a pass in payments only after results. To send us an email, scan the code or tap the link in the description and let's get it done.
Question 19. Which answer most accurately identifies the principle that value is supported when a property is reasonably consistent with surrounding properties in a real estate transaction? Option A, conformity. Option B, gross rent multiplier. Option C, substitution. Option D, potential gross income. The correct answer is option A, conformity. Similarity in use, size, quality, and style can improve market acceptance. Complete uniformity is not required, but severe incompatibility can reduce value. Over-improvement may not return its full cost when it exceeds neighborhood expectations. Question 20. A question arising during marketing review concerns the current cost to create an exact duplicate using substantially the same design and materials. Which choice gives the best classification? Option A, progression. Option B, reproduction cost. Option C, capitalization rate. Option D, highest and best use. The correct answer is option B, reproduction cost. Accrued depreciation must still be considered for an existing building. This estimate can be important for historic or architecturally distinctive improvements. Obsolete features may make the amount exceed the cost of a modern equivalent. Question 21. While analyzing a cooperative unit, CARA must apply the concept involving a decrease in a superior property's value due to the influence of lower-quality neighboring properties. Which answer should be selected? Option A, comparative market analysis. Option B, capitalization rate. Option C, regression. Option D, physical deterioration. The correct answer is option C, regression. The surrounding market limits the return on overimprovement. Location and neighborhood consistency therefore matter in valuation. A highly improved property may not command its full potential in a less desirable setting. Question 22. Which real estate term is defined by the most probable price a property should bring under typical conditions in an open and competitive market? Option A, adjustment. Option B, potential gross income. Option C, effective gross income. Option D, market value. The correct answer is option D, market value. Financing terms and special concessions must be analyzed when they distort the transaction. It is an opinion based on market evidence rather than the amount one particular person happens to pay. The estimate assumes informed parties, reasonable exposure, and no unusual pressure to act. Question 23. In a transaction involving a warehouse, which rule controls when there is loss in value caused by influences outside the property boundaries? Option A, external obsolescence. Option B, regression. Option C, functional obsolescence. Option D, appraisal. The correct answer is option A, external obsolescence. Nearby nuisances, adverse land uses, or economic decline can reduce demand. The owner usually has limited ability to cure the source. Market comparison helps measure the effect on value. Question 24. A listing broker asks about a broker's market minus based estimate used to help a client make listing or offering decisions. Which answer provides the legally accurate concept? Option A, potential gross income. Option B, comparative market analysis. Option C, market price. Option D, highest and best use. The correct answer is option B, comparative market analysis. It is not a formal appraisal unless performed by a person acting within appraisal licensing authority. The analysis compares recent sales, active listings, and market conditions. Its purpose is practical pricing guidance for a transaction. Question 25. Quinton encounters loss in value caused by outdated design, layout, or building features during a due diligence meeting. Which principle should guide the analysis? Option A, replacement cost. Option B, external obsolescence. Option C, functional obsolescence. Option D, potential gross income. The correct answer is option C, functional obsolescence. An inefficient floor plan or inadequate utility can reduce market appeal. Some deficiencies are curable, while others cost more to correct than the value they add. The condition can originate within the property even when the building is physically sound.